Hey YouTube, Gecko guy here. Around trying to get my GoPro hat cam on. So anyway, we have a project build. This is a new boat. It is basically a rebrand of the Hobbyking swamp boat. So we are going to see how well this does, and I've been wanting to get a boat, but there's always such a small window of opportunity here in Wisconsin because we have like snow for a good 6 months out of the year. So anyway, I put these seats on. Gonna have to find something funny to go in there. We're gonna have to definitely put something in there. This is a gimmick. But anyway, it does not come with electronics besides a motor. It comes with the propeller, and also it comes with a plastic 9-gram servo, it looks like, which I won't be using. I will just go right away with using a Tower Pro MG90S. These are dynamite, awesome, super cool servos. I use them in my micros, I use them in minis, I use them in my Dromedas, I use them in LOSI micros. These are just awesome servos to have. They're so dirt cheap. They're like $4 a servo. We have a waterproof, already waterproofed ESC. I believe this is from Newer. So we're gonna be doing that. It's already got bullet connectors. The motor, I don't know what is the kV rating. I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, I'm just gonna be running on 2S for the meantime. We have to install the prop ourselves, and also we have to put on the bullet connectors. I'm not too terribly thrilled with that because I don't like to get out the soldering iron. Not that I'm bad at soldering, I just don't want to solder. And then we're gonna have to solder that on. So anyway, got my male 3.5mm bullets. Yeah, it's definitely 3.5mm. Or yeah. So anyway, I will save the electronics for a little bit. I'm not gonna get the soldering iron out real quick. Anyway, why don't we get this all bound up to a receiver. I'm using my DX4S. We are going to go into the bind. It's already got a bind plug in there. It looks like I already pre-waterproofed this one, unless this is my broken one from the Slash. I don't know. But anyway, throttle and the second channel up here. Also, we need you know what? Yeah, let's just make sure that the servo works. And the motor, I'm sure, probably works. So we'll come back to that in a little bit. Throttle, steering, here we go. There's that. And for lipos, it says to use about a 1000 mAh lipo. This should be plenty. A G-Force 30C 1300 mAh. So let's get to binding this. I already pre-installed this. So anyway, let's turn the ESC on. There we go. We're binding. Alright, and we are bound. Servo is working. Let's see about this motor. Oh, and it already is black, red, and blue. So why don't we just test this real quick. Make sure to have your prop off when doing so, otherwise you will cut yourself up. Can I even shimmy these around? Nah, screw it. Oh well. But anyway, that's all I really need to do is make sure I'm bound up with my electronics. Also, be sure to just unplug it every time instead of pressing the off button, because off is not really off. You will drain your lipo. So let's get the Chinglish manual out. Also, it comes with some stickers. I'm probably going to leave it off because it's going to come off really easily. I'm not really too big into those decals right there. But anyway, where is my Chinglish manual? Aha, that's where I put it. Always make sure to have a clean workspace. And today I said F that. So anyway, it looks like we're going to have to unscrew this a little bit and make sure to hunker it down onto the prop. So it already comes notched right in there. So get my prop get this going. Should probably Loctite that. I'll do that a little later. I'm just gonna get this a mock-up test real quick. See, does that one fit? Too big. Go down smaller. It's probably this. Oh yeah, no, we're gonna get some Loctite right away. That is super loose. Woo! Whoopsie. And there goes a grub screw. Anyway, it takes a 1.5 millimeter for those grub screws, so I'm going to be right back and Loctite those up. Alright, so this is all Loctited up. Make sure not to lose those grub screws. That really sucks if you do. I had it fall on the floor and I had to search for it. But anyway, there we go. It's not going anywhere, and make sure you line it up with this notch going right there. So put that off to the side for now. Now it says to get all this assembled. Oh boy. Alright, now we've got this assembled right here. Really, this part right here, these three screws, those three already came assembled. All you really had to do was 1, 2, 3, and 4 right there. Then you just need to screw in these 6 right there. I put one here and one over there because before we get any further and start putting these cages on, it would be a good time to, probably goes like that. It would be a good idea to get this all soldered up. So I'm going to do that real quick. Alright, be careful. It is very hot with the soldering iron. First, what we need to do is tin these wires a bit They should be coming pre-tinned, but with this pre-tinned stuff, you can never really trust that. And I'm using 6040 rosin core flux. All right, nice little blob there. I'll just tuck that in there. But anyway, nice sponge. Make sure to have that. Heat this up on its side. Come on. And then you just let it pool up, drip down and pool up. There it goes, it's starting to go in. And it looks like we kind of overcooked it. But anyway, that's good. There we go, put it on its side. Let it drip in. And leave a little bit on the bottom so it doesn't overflow when you go to do this. There we go. A little more in. Nice little pool. Looks like this kind of pooled out, but we'll just go straight across for all these wires. Make sure to get your heat shrink on there first. So here we go. Going to tuck these out of the way. Anyway, here we go. Make sure not to touch the boat because we don't want to burn the hole. But anyway, give it a couple of seconds. There we go. It's starting to go in. Alright, so that one is good. Alright, cool. Just double checking that I am still recording. I'm sorry. I'm just like very schizophrenic about this GoPro. Alright, let's do another. Again, heat shrink first. Don't forget it. Otherwise, you won't be a happy camper. And don't let it fall down like that on you. So, heat it from the side. Uh-oh, nope, don't go through that little hole. There we go. It's a good connection right there. Now just hold it for a couple seconds. Make sure it bonds well. There we go. Alright, and lastly, the third one. Again, heat shrink it up. And I can't tell you how many times that I've forgotten to put the heat shrink on first. It just kind of happens. I know you guys are going to do it eventually. Happens to the best of us. Except Gecko Guy is not the best when it comes to soldering. I'm fairly decent. You just kind of practice. Practice makes perfect when it comes to soldering. And that's true with anything. You gotta practice. Alright. Oh, hold it down for a couple more seconds. There we go. Alright, so now what we do is just heat shrink this up. Oh boy. That's why I always let mine cool a little bit, because then it starts shrinking in on you. Darn it. But anyway, we want to put it over right about there-ish. There. Good. And okay, it's not that hot. I hate when I put on what I think is the right size heat shrink and it turns out to not be. Darn it. So I'll have to get some bigger shrink wrap. Heat shrink, not shrink wrap. Okay, so that's quick, easy soldering.